I'm Red.
And today we're going to be talking about Zhu Zhu Pets. Zhu Zhu Pets were originally created in 2009 by the company Sepia LLC, the same company today that makes those Cats vs. Pickles mini plushies, which nothing has ever made more sense to me.
No, like no other company could make them besides this company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Zhu Zhu Pets were an American line of robotic plush toys shaped like hamsters. Although they were also released in the UK under the name Go-Go Pets, you most likely know them by their name Zhu Zhu Pets, which stands for Little Pig in Chinese.
The company thought it was fitting because hamsters make messes like pigs do.
Their slogan was all the love without the mess, which, you know, marketed them as a better alternative to buying your kid an actual hamster.
Yeah. And their main gimmick was that if you press their nose, they make hamster sounds. And if you press their back, they move around on their own. Each Zhu Zhu pet had a marking on its back that represented its own unique personality. They also each had their own names and had their birthdays written on their tag.
According to a New York Times article from 2009, the hamsters were $7.99 each, making them recession friendly. Yeah, they came out a year after our parents' divorce.
We mean a year after the 2008 recession started.
Yeah, a year after the 2008 recession.
Yeah.
It is estimated that their low cost saved the lives of thousands of hamsters in America.
Beautiful. Okay, we're just joking.
We made that up.
Yeah, but a lot of parents would buy Zhu Zhu Pets as a replacement for an actual hamster when their kids would beg for one.
Which is really smart because I've heard so many terrible stories of untimely hamster deaths caused by small children.
For example, when our mom was a kid, she had a pet hamster who loved to escape its cage. One day it escaped and they couldn't find him anywhere. According to our mom, Pop-Up found him 4 years later, smashed under a little area rug.
So I'm guessing he probably looked like a mummified flat hamster.
Poor thing. Oh my god.
Guys. So us receiving a Zhu Zhu pet when we were 8 years old broke a generational curse within our family of untimely hamster tragedies.
Yeah. In an alternative universe where Zhu Zhu Pets didn't exist, we could imagine kids sending Barack Obama a flat hamster instead of a flat Stanley.
So Zhu Zhu Pets prevented that also.
Yeah.
Zhu Zhu Pets were super popular and were deemed a must-have toy upon their release. They were even sold out in stores all across America. It got so bad you could only buy them online for 10 times the price at one point.
The director of Sepia LLC even had to come out and state that the company does not condone price gouging and encourage buyers to not purchase them from sites like eBay and Amazon. Although this did not stop parents from buying them for $34.99 instead of $7.99 online.
On Black Friday of 2009, some Toys R Us stores opened their doors to parents at midnight on Thanksgiving to stand in line for the chance to win a Zhu Zhu pet. The first 100 people in line would be given a ticket for the chance to buy a Zhu Zhu pet, and even when you got in with a ticket to get a Zhu Zhu pet, it was limited to one per household. One per household.
Like imagine standing outside like in the cold at 1 a.m. just for a robotic hamster.
Like, damn. Honestly, back in my day, Black Friday used to be so good. You could leave your family in the middle of Thanksgiving and get in line outside your local Toys R Us and wait in the cold for the chance to win
a robotic hamster
for $7.99.
Now you can't even buy chips for $7.99.
No, you can't buy nothing for $7.99. And it's all Joe Biden. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I don't know what kind of accent that is.
No, that was not a country accent. Apologies.
We're sorry.
Like we said earlier, we got Zhu Zhu Pets when we were 8 years old, so we don't remember their exact scarcity, so we went and interviewed someone that was on the hunt for Zhu Zhu Pets in 2009, our mom.
We asked, any comment on the availability of Zhu Zhu Pets? If you remember, of course.
Like everything when it's popular, hard to find for a little while.
Thank you, that was very insightful, Mom, if you're watching this.
Really blew my mind.
It really did.
Apparently they were considered more of a girl's toy than a toy for boys, as boys were more interested in Bakugan at the time.
Also, according to the New York Times article we mentioned earlier, apparently girls own the majority of live hamsters.
Which is like so interesting, like why?
Well, we couldn't find any hard facts to back up that statement from this article, but I just think that's so interesting because I've never thought about that before.
No.
But anyways, we did notice that nowadays a lot of the YouTube channels that still upload Zhu Zhu pet content seem to be run by guys, which is something vaguely interesting that we wanted to note because like that guy's trying to claim girls care more about hamsters.
But like it seems like guys give more of a shit about hamsters. Maybe it's the robotic part that guys care about. I don't know.
No, drop your conspiracy theories down in the comments below.
But shout out to all these guys and their YouTube videos and their YouTube channels because you're going to be seeing a lot of videos from their channels in this video. So shout out to them.
We love them.
We love them. We also just wanted to mention Zhu Zhu Pet's one and only major controversy.
Which was, you know, that they were like a little toxic.
Not in the fun Britney Spears way, but in the will give you lung and heart problems, ulcers, and diarrhea if you're exposed to a large amount of antimony located inside the hamsters. Yikes. Yikes.
According to Dara O'Rourke, co-founder of the California-based Good Guide, we found levels of about 93 to 106 parts per million. O'Rourke told CNN, the new federal standard is about 60 parts per million. When the company was confronted with this issue,
this is kind of how the conversation went. No, they're not toxic. We tested them multiple times and they're all good. But we're telling you they're not good. Like, at all. Well, we think they are compliant with all US and European standards for consumer health and safety in toys. Are you only saying that because you're the one selling them to children, so you want children to buy them still? Well, actually, you'd have to eat a bunch of them, like a bunch of hamsters, to like actually be poisoned. Yeah. Oh, okay. Have a nice day. Nailed it. Yes.
The real concern would be a young child repeatedly putting the toy into their mouths.
You just really shouldn't suck on this, I think.
That is the general advice for all the toys. Don't put them in your mouths.
The original line of Zhu Zhu Pets ended in 2012 due to low popularity, but were brought back by the company Spin Master in 2016. The same company that made Live Dolls, which we coincidentally made a video about, so if you want to go watch a video about Live Dolls, check it out. Maybe go check it out.
Maybe.
They revamped the old pets in a new style, and instead of touching their nose to make them squeak, you'd have to touch their heads.
But besides those two things, they're virtually the same. Spin Master also released a 2D animated series called The Zhu Zhus, which was made for Disney Channel. Unfortunately, not even 3 years later, Zhu Zhu Pets were cancelled again. And that's the basic history of Zhu Zhu Pets.
But let's go back in time to the original release from 2009. Now we're going to briefly go over all of the lines Zhu Zhu Pets came out with from 2009 to 2012.
There were 7 series of the original Zhu Zhu Pets. The first 8 were Mr. Squiggles, Pipsqueak, Num Nums, Chunk, Scoodles, Jilly, Nugget, and Winky, not including the 4 European exclusives and 6 special editions. After the initial success of the Zhu Zhu Pets, other waves and lines began coming out, the first of which was the Zhu Zhu Pet Rockstars, which was released in early 2010. There were 12 hamsters in this line, all of which had long hair and looked slightly edgy, I guess. Later in the summer of 2010, the Wild Bunch line came out. This line added other rodents to the mix, like a skunk, bunny, raccoon, porcupine, and 2 versions of Nutters the Squirrel for some reason. They just felt like they needed 2 of him.
They made one of them a special edition, but he looks kind of the same.
Yeah. In mid-2010, the Kung Zhu line released. The Kung Zhus were meant to be targeted towards boys. Their main gimmick was that they were BattleBot hamsters that would fight in a battle arena, which looked very similar to Beyblade and Bakugan arenas at the time, which is suspicious. You know, makes you go,
because Beyblade and Bakugan were popular, so Zhu Zhu Pets probably looked at them and they were like, we need a battle arena for our hamsters.
Zhu Heroes armor and playsets sold separately.
There were 8 hamsters, which were divided into 2 sides, the Special Forces and the Ninja Warriors. You could also buy armor for them.
Like, look at this hamster with 2 whole knives strapped to its side. Like,
it's kind of like dogfighting, but for robotic toy hamsters. Like, Bakugan and like Beyblade were just like random figures. Like, this was straight up hamsters that you could like armor, and they had like battle scars on their face and knives. Like,
this is kind of like only in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Only in the 2000s.
I mean, it does save kids from doing this to their actual hamsters.
That's so true. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
They said there's an epidemic. Kids are making their hamsters
battle in arenas like BattleBots. We need BattleBot hamsters.
It's an
right
epidemic.
Now. They saved hamsters' lives once again.
Angel 1 is vanquished.
There was also an unreleased Kung Zhu line called Kung Zhu Monsters. They were mentioned at the New York Toy Fair in 2011 and showcased alongside other lines, but they never actually came out. But apparently they were going to be one of the only lines without markings on their back.
The same year the original Kung Zhu line came out, Sepia LLC released the Princess line, which was just a more pastel-colored counterpart to the original line. The line contained 2 unicorn hamsters.
Oh, and this monstrosity. Ew.
Why? In 2010, a clone of Zhu Zhu pets called Furry Frenzies appeared on the toy market, which featured other animals besides hamsters. This new competitor inspired Zhu Zhu pets to create the Puppies line and the Kitties line in 2011. The next year in 2012, they also released the Zhu line, which featured a variety of jungle animals which looked increasingly more cursed the further away they got from the OG hamster design.
Here's Zaza the tiger. He looks cute, adorable. Here's Camel the chameleon.
What the fuck?
Terrifying.
Ooh.
Luckily, only Zaza the tiger was actually released.
Yeah.
Because
they saved kids from being scarred by Camel the chameleon.
Shout out to that person in the production team
Yeah.
who was like, hold on.
No.
We're letting Zaza the tiger come through, but we're stopping Camel the chameleon
Yeah.
at the gates. He's not getting on this airplane.
Not
because-
food for children.
No. The next line, called Zoolantis, was actually never released. This line was also mentioned at the same toy fair Kung Fu Monsters were. Although they were never released, we know the line was supposed to contain 1 dolphin, 2 tropical fish, and 1 hermit crab.
You know, I can see why they were never released because this flounder specifically looks scary as fuck. Like, ugh.
I know he's waiting next to the chameleon at the airport, and I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm
because
glad. They can wait forever.
No. I saw on the wiki, we got a lot of information for this video on the wiki that people were like, man, I wish this line came out.
Like,
it was so cool. No, you don't.
Oh, no.
Stop lying. They're
Gaslight
terrifying.
yourself.
They're terrifying.
After that, they released ponies in 2012, which were very tall and had very long hair.
We suspect they released these ponies to compete with My Little Pony, which was super popular at the time.
And spoiler alert, they could not compete, and soon after that, the original Zhu Zhu pets were cancelled forever.
That was until an attempt to reboot Zhu Zhu Pets happened in 2015. These new Zhu Zhu Pets worked exactly like the old Zhu Zhu Pets had, but had animeified eyes. These new pets were displayed at a toy fair, but the designs ended up being scrapped entirely, and Zhu Zhu Pets remained in limbo until they officially got redesigned again and released in 2017 under the company Spin Master. This reboot again featured animeified hamsters, but also featured a TV show that ran on Disney.
Oh yeah, there are also Zhu Zhu babies, which came out at the same time the original Zhu Zhu Pets line did in 2009. They were non-electric pets with flocked furry skin. We waited to mention them because they are Zhu Zhu babies of almost every line we mentioned above, including the unreleased ones. For example, Joey and Blinky resemble some of the ocean animals that were never released.
Zhu Zhu babies also had some caretaker Zhu Zhu pets come out alongside them called lullaby hamsters. Some look cuter than others.
Personally, we had baby cakes
And buttered cheeks.
You will never catch us saying those words ever again.
In that order.
No.
I'm sorry. Although I remember getting these,
Yeah.
and I thought they were lame.
Yeah.
Because they didn't move on their own.
So I was like, why
like,
do I want this? It's just like a toy figure hamster. Like, why doesn't it move?
I'm not used to my hand doing physical labor.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
what the fuck is
Not
this?
cool.
Like,
Not
you
cool
have
for
to.
pets.
Like, no.
Because of Zhu Zhu Pets' massive success, a few spin-off lines came out after them, like in 2014 when the Amazing Zoo spin-off line came out, which featured magician-themed mice, which, okay, why
They're
not?
fun. I didn't do a lot of research for this part of the video, but I'm pretty sure they could like perform tricks with their playsets or something.
Which is, you know, cool, whatever.
Cool, I guess. And then in 2014, the Happies spin-off came out, of which were spin-offs of the Zhu Zhu puppies, which were robotic pets that would zoom around and also perform tricks.
But with the help of a remote, it's different.
They needed help with the remote,
Yeah.
so maybe I think the magician-themed mice were better than them. But anyways.
Oh, and there are also a few special edition pets for each line, like the Zhu Zhu pet you can only get at Justice, and the blue baby hamster you can only get with the DS game.
Yes, we will be talking about the DS games, but first, we're going to talk about Zhu Zhu pets we find vaguely interesting. So on top of the entire lines that we mentioned that were totally unreleased, there were unreleased Zhu Zhu pets within the lines that were released.
For example, the Kung Zoo and Puppies line had 9 unreleased zoos, and the Zufari line had 11 unreleased pets, including a really silly looking alligator.
We love him.
Some zoos had minor changes to their design, making them rare variants. Online, I found a rare one of characters which used another character's sound, like this Patches with a bigger flower design on their back, and with Chunk's voice. This Zhu Zhu pet hedgehog usually has a black nose, but there's a rare variant with a pink nose.
There's also Zhu Zhu prototypes, which are mock-up versions of what actually end up coming out. Prototypes are rarely available to the public, but we do have some photos of them, such as this prototype Toodles, which has shorter hair and more white fur than the one that was originally released. There's also Series 1 prototypes, which have bigger back markings and slightly different faces. These prototypes can be seen on early merchandise, and who knows where they are now.
Maybe one will show up on live again one day, like the Jackson Jekyll doll we mentioned in our Monster High video, but maybe not. Who knows?
We don't know. But first, let's play a game called Guess This Zhu Zhu Pet's Name. As you can probably tell by now, Zhu Zhu Pets are sort of similar to La Loopsies in which they have silly names. So let's see if you can guess this Zhu Zhu Pet's name.
So first, what is this pink Zhu Zhu baby's name? Just take a good look at him. Think about it. 1, 2, 3,
Wrong.
4. Wrong. It's all wrong. His name is Levi.
Levi, whatever you just said is not correct.
Yeah.
He does have an adult version, and the name Levi sort of fits the adult version better. But
Yeah.
next up, guess this Zhu Zhu Pet's name. Take it in. It's plain. It's got yin yang symbol on its back.
Maybe it'll help you a little bit, give you some clues. Maybe it won't, but alright.
Take it in. Take your guesses. 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
actually, it's a girl. Oh, it's a girl.
What is her name? It's Yo-Yo. Whatever you guessed was probably wrong. It's
Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo, and I don't know why they named her Yo-Yo.
I don't know. Like, I guess she really likes yo-yoing.
But I read her description, and they don't say that.
So, I don't know.
Who knows?
Who know yo-yos? Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Who yo-yos? Yo-yo does.
No, she doesn't. That's the problem.
Alright, next we have this cute little baby bluebird. It's adorable. It comes in its little, like, carriage thing. Like, it's adorable. It has a few
cute.
accessories. It's so small.
He's
like,
chubby
adorable.
cheeks. He's so cute. Guess what his name is, though?
Do you know? Do you know? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wolfgang.
His name is Wolfgang.
Like, how do you look at a baby and go, Wolfgang? Does
Like-
not make sense to me.
People have done it before Zhu Zhu Pets, and I still can't comprehend that.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
Wolfgang the Amadeus, his mom looked at him and said,
Wolfgang. Like,
No.
how can you look at a baby and do that?
Like, that feels like a crime. Wolfgang doesn't look like a Wolfgang.
No.
So-
why is he's a bird too? Like, that bothers me.
Yeah, but why is he not a wolf? Next, we got a double guess for you. So you gotta guess this guy's name and what's on his back. First, guess his name. It's a guy.
He's
This
pretty
is what he
plain.
looks
He's brown
like.
and black.
He kind of looks like a cookie. I feel like if I had him, I'd name him Cookie or
Yeah.
something. Guess what his name is?
His name's Hank.
Yeah, I mean, kind of fitting. Honestly, I kind of like it. I just
Yeah,
wasn't
it's cute.
expecting it.
It's simple. It's classy. I like Hank.
I like Hank,
Now,
but
guess what's on his back? That's not. Like, I'll give you a hint. That's not an infinity symbol or a racetrack. What else do you think it could be? It's a bowling pin because Hank loves bowling. Nice. Again, like what? Like I guess. I can see
I
it
mean,
now.
why can't a hamster like bowling?
That's true. I mean, I guess they're robotic too, because he can like run into.
That honestly, this makes so much more sense because you can get mini bowling pins and Hank can like.
Does
Hang
Zhu
them
Zhu
up.
ever do like a bowling one? I don't know if they do.
Do they have a
look
bowling
now.
place
I'll
set?
put it up if they do. If they don't, that's weird.
That's weird. They need
They
a bowling
really
place.
set hang up for failure.
Like they were like, Hank, you love to bowl, but fuck you, we're not giving you a bowling
Yeah.
place set.
Now we're gonna speedrun all of the playsets and all of the extra stuff Zhu Zhu Pets have ever came out with. Buckle up, there's a lot. Of course, there were playsets which you can connect together to make a mini town and mini maze situation, which included a Zhu Zhu Pets pizza shop. Yes, we had this. It was so amazing.
We loved it. It came with a little car that like you had a mini attachment where you could put like a baby Zhu Zhu
Like
pet
that
in
was
there.
really cute. I really
love
like
it.
that.
That honestly, that got rid of my question before about like the baby Zhu Zhu pets are lame because they can't move on their own. You just need to put them in the car
That's
with the bigger
true.
Zhu Zhu pet. Problem solved.
That's true.
I revoke that critique. I'm sorry.
There's also a Zhu Zhu Pet jumbo jet and airport, a gloomy salon, a ice cream parlor, a tree house, a pink pizzazz, a fashion closet, a hamster funhouse, 7 different baby playsets, 8 Kung Zoo playsets, 3 princess playsets, which included a castle, ballroom, and playhouse, 6 puppy playsets, and 3 Zoofari playsets.
That's a lot of play sets.
Like, oh my god.
Of course, they also had additional add-on merch like hamster balls, cars, carriages, buggies, strollers, boats, blankets, bags, and the most random assortment of clothing. They also had little fuzzy collectible figures, which remind me a lot of Puppy in My Pocket.
Which conveniently came out around the same time, so I wonder why they did that.
I really wonder why they did that. And of course, They had a Burger King collab. I actually think I remember asking my mom for these. She was like, I'm going to Burger King. Do you want anything? And I was like,
Zhu Zhu Pet.
Zhu Zhu Pets, please. And she was like, you don't even play with your Zhu Zhu Pets anymore, which was true.
Yeah.
The fad ran out real fast. I didn't play with them. So I did what any kid would do. And as she was leaving to go to Burger King, I dragged out all my Zhu Zhu Pets from deep within our closet and played with them in the middle of the hallway, to which she had to step over them to leave.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to show her I still play with my Zhu Zhu Pets.
This is the time we play with them every night, you know, like obviously we always play with them, like right directly in your path as you're trying to leave.
I'm not bringing them out.
You must have missed it.
Yeah, I'm not bringing them out just because you said I don't play with them anymore.
Yeah.
I was a manipulative kid, if you can't tell from my La Lucy video. Manipulate your dad for mittens, fluff, and stuff, bro. She's deserving of it. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. There's also 3 separate Zhu Zhu Pet movies, so there's a whole Zhu Zhu Pet universe, a Zooverse, if you will. The 3 movies are The Quest for Zhu, The Power of Zhu, and The Secret of Zhu, which was actually an unreleased movie.
Now, the animation of these movies is actually not that bad, and the villain for The Quest of Zhu can definitely give some Barbie movie villains a run for their money in terms of how absolutely terrifying she looks. I don't know why they made her look so scary, like seriously.
Yeah.
Also, these movies kind of feel like Alvin and the Chipmunk ripoffs if they didn't have hamster slavery in them.
What?
Yeah, the plot of The Quest for Zhu, it gets a little unhinged. The first movie followed Pipsqueak. When she stops feeling loved by her owner, she gets magically transported to the Zooniverse. She makes some friends along her journey as she goes on a quest to find the hamster who can take her back home, the great wizard Zufu. Although, when they find him, they find he's being held captive as a slave by the snake woman, who forces the hamsters to run on hamster wheels to create magic for her in order for her to take over the Zooniverse. Yeah, terrifying. Why is that so scary? The fact that slavery is just canon in the Zooniverse is terrifying. Why do they have to do that?
Kids need slavery. What?
If you've seen the movie, let us know how it was. I didn't fully watch the movie for this video, so if it's actually a good movie, like, let us know.
Because we could do a video about it. We actually did find a website that is still up and running, which is promoting the 2016 reboot. Most of the games on there are not playable except for Tube Racers and Costume Couture. These games are simple, but as a stressed out, sleep-deprived college student, they're pretty fun and relaxing to play. You can also still watch their very short webisodes on the Zhu Zhu's website or on their YouTube channel.
Speaking of games, during their prime, Zhu Zhu Pets released 5 DS games, one of which was available on the Wii. The first game was just called Zhu Zhu Pets. We actually had this one, and we'll play it in this video, but essentially it's a simulation game. You take care of hamsters and go through mazes. The next game is Zhu Zhu Pets 2 Wild Bunch, where they introduce other animals besides hamsters. The game itself was essentially a ripoff of platform games like Mario. It was also one of the few games available on the DS and the Wii.
In November of 2010, the game Kung Zoo came out, which was just another platform game, except it was marketed more towards boys. Also, all of these games were made by the company Activision, which, you know, is the same company that's made Call of Duty.
Which, you know, that's so cool. I just love the thought of, like, the same company who made Call of Duty making a Zhu Zhu Pets game.
All of them. They made all of them.
Every single one.
The five, that's not even a trilogy. I don't know what that's called. Like, 5
quadrilogy?
That's 4.
Tripology?
A tripology?
I don't know. They had a tripology Zhu Zhu games. And they also made The Quest for Zhu, a game. It unfortunately follows the same plot as the movie, which is terrifying, but it is also a ripoff of the Mario/Sonic style platform games. There was also Zhu Zhu Princesses, which was basically a pink repackaged version of the first DS game they ever released. The same goes for Zhu Zhu Puppies and Zhu Zhu Babies. They're all the same. They're basically the same as the first game that came out, but they just replaced the regular Zhu Zhu Pets with puppies, babies, and princesses.
Besides DS games, there was also a 3D racing game where you'd roll around on a hamster ball, and it would time you to see how fast you can complete the obstacles. It came on a DVD, which you could put into your PC. Now you can find free download links online. We'll link to one in the description of this video. Have fun, knock yourself out. Roll yourself around, actually.
Yeah.
But fast.
Because they're timing you.
Okay, here's the DS game. It's very small. It's the normal Zhu Zhu Pets, the regular one. Let's put it in. Turn that sound up. Where's the volume? Where's the volume?
Oh, there's my cat. Oh, my cat.
Oh, God.
Okay, I think you have this turned up.
Okay, I'll turn that. Okay, let's make our way to the Zhu Zhu Pet game. We have not opened this in literal years. Activision.
There we go. Zhu Zhu
Let's
Pets.
go.
Okay.
Whose profile is this?
I don't know why we have 3 profiles when there's only 2 of us. So
Well,
just...
one's only been played for 15 minutes.
Whoa.
Let's go to the one that's been played the longest. Might be your, maybe it's mine. Let's see.
Okay, so
Oh my
here's...
god, we have all of them. We unlocked. Actually, we have 2 left. We didn't unlock all of them actually, but we have Patches, Pipsqueak, Num-Nums, Chunk, Mr. Squiggles, Nugget, and Winky.
So here they are down here vibing. You feed them, you water them.
You just drag them. Yeah, you just drag them to the places.
And then you can see their health up here. They're all doing pretty good.
And then you can drag one. Let's go to the toilet.
Oh,
You just drag them in.
oh, he peed.
Wait, doesn't it flush or something?
I don't know, it doesn't.
Oh, there, you heard it? What else? Oh, there's a bed. Let's drag him over here. Oh, there's a bunch
Her.
of beds.
Excuse
Oh my
you.
god, I'm so sorry.
It's Num-Nums to you. She's sleeping.
Is there a baby thing? Wait, what's over here? Let's drag him in here.
Oh, there's another room.
Oh my god, the babies! I totally forgot about the babies. There's babies in this game too.
That's weird because they made a baby game, but there's babies in this game.
What do you do? Can I click on them?
What do they do? Well, she's thirsty. Go water her. I don't know what the
What?
babies don't need
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Babies can survive on their own.
I guess so. That's weird.
All right, they're hungry. They're thirsty.
Oh god, there's so many. Stressing me out.
That guy wants to play a game.
Oh, let's go.
No, that girl's thirsty. Hang on, bro.
Wait, there's a wheel. Hang on.
Oh.
Oh, cute. I love
Okay,
that.
okay.
Okay, we wanted the game. Let's play the game.
Well,
Wait,
that
how
girl's
did you
thirsty.
love?
That girl's thirsty and hungry.
Oh, you just drag hearts to him? Okay, where's the game? Okay, let's play. Move. Oh god. Stop moving. Okay.
This is kind of intense for a kid's game. There's too much to keep up
Do you
with.
want anything? Let's do blue.
I don't remember what any of these go to.
Oh,
Oh, like the levels? These are different
let's do
levels.
level 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Level question mark. Okay, maybe we never passed this level or something.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, so it's like a maze game where you collect coins.
I don't get what the point of the coins are though.
Maybe they help you unlock other pets? Maybe?
I don't remember.
This is it. This is all the game is. There's nothing else to it?
You just play these levels to unlock more pets and then you have a lot more responsibilities. Like, I did play this for hours. I know the intro on here said this game was played for 2 hours only, but I
That
swear to
doesn't make
God,
sense.
I used to play this for more than 2 hours, I
Like,
swear.
this game was a core memory, and how can a core memory only be 2 hours? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I went to the second save that we have, and I'm kind of just entranced by how the Zhu Zhu pets are moving around the room if you don't touch them.
Like,
they just keep going. Do you have babies too? Let me go check. Actually, I'm saying it like I know whose save this is. I really don't know.
This could be Blue Moon's, this could be mine, we don't know. They don't have as many babies, whoever saved this is. I think it's weird the babies don't do anything.
I know, like I'm trying, like they don't. They're just in this room. I don't know how you unlock them either. That's weird. Okay, anyways, that's the game. That's it, literally. The end.
And that's the history of Zhu Zhu Pets.
The end.
Except it's not the end. We forgot to mention one very important fact about
yeah.
Zhu Zhu Pets. They were so famous, they were mentioned in a Yo Gabba Gabba song.
That is the last time I trip over one of your Lego men, or one of your Zhu Zhu pets, or whatever these things are.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so up the time. I love it.
If I ever become famous one day, don't call me famous until I'm mentioned in a Yo Gabba Gabba song.
Yeah, that's impossible, but you know.
Yeah. We have to remember that even though Zhu Zhu Pets were a fad and they didn't last for that long, and honestly, when I was playing with all my Zhu Zhu Pets, one of my only memories I have of playing with them is looking at them in the pizza playset move around and run in circles and run into each other. I was like, these are really fucking boring.
Yeah,
and I
they're
put them in my
boring.
closet and never played with them again.
Until we took them out to manipulate our mom.
Yeah, and then we donated them.
Yeah.
So besides that, we gotta remember that Zhu Zhu Pets saved the lives of thousands of hamsters.
Yes.
And even though they were a fad, we're forever grateful for that.
Yes, we are. The last thing I want to mention about Zhu Zhu Pets is how, for a time period, robotic pet hamsters were just popular, and that's so funny to me.
I love that. Like the fact
that's
that
so cool.
that parents were standing outside in the cold for a robotic pet hamster is like a time we'll never get back.
Yeah.
And I think that's so sad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But
Thanks. We're rambling way too much. So.
But thank you so much for watching. If you like us, make sure to check out our 2 TikToks, our Instagram, our Redbubble, our Depop, and our Mercari. And just remember to dream is to expand your imagination and to create your own reality. Anything's possible and things don't have to make sense. See you in our next video.